Alright, we're back with another episode. Today, we're going to be using the same team as yesterday, obviously. I mean, that was only the first one. So, I've realized my mistakes, and I think one of the biggest things that we need to fix, and I kind of mentioned this yesterday. One of the big things that I didn't do is I didn't use the Amoongus properly. This team's about Amoongus, like I've said. Especially you can also see by how it's right above me. This team should be about Amoongus. And I think the main downfall yesterday was I wasn't giving him enough respect. So today, we're going to be making Amoongus work as much as we can. Amoongus is really good in this game. I don't think that Incine's a good lead because they've got Milo. And obviously, Incine would be cool against that Tyranitar, and maybe for some fake out support against the Arcanine. But I'm pretty afraid of that Milo. So what we're going to do is we're going to go Togekiss Amoongus, a really passive lead. But then we're going to follow it up with Gyarados Excadrill in the back. I'm not bringing Tyranitar to this. I'm kind of saying here, I want my Gyarados to be my speed control. I think Gyarados is going to be the way that we get fast with Airstreams, and I don't need my Tyranitar to be boosting my Excadrill speed too much. I could be wrong, that could bite me, but I think it's going to be the correct play at the moment. Especially with the way that, hopefully, Amoongus is going to be in a good spot here. So they do lead Arcanine Milo. Now the question is, do they have Safeguard? The answer, I mean hopefully, is no. It's such a weird spot, because the question is, do you call them to have Safeguard? I think the answer is no. So I'm going to double the Milo with a Spore and an Air Slash, because if they do Safeguard, which they don't, but if they did Safeguard, it would have allowed me to possibly flinch the Milo anyways. Because we're Air Slashing. No flinch coming out. They Muddy Water. Amoongus dodges though, so that's alright. I'll take that turn. 100%. Absolutely. They hit Togekiss for a bit of damage. Togekiss is, I'd say it's right about half. Right about half. I think we had like slightly more than half, but for what we need, it's at half. So we're going to switch into, do we switch into Gyarados? I'm going to take it back. We don't actually switch. We're going to stay in, Spore the Arcanine, and I'm going to Air Slash Milo again. I don't remember if we're Serene Grace or Crit Togekiss on this team. Either way, we didn't get either of them. We didn't get a crit or a flinch. So if we're crit, hoping for a crit. If we're flinch, well, it's asleep. So, doesn't matter too much. Amoongus is going to be putting Arcanine to sleep though now. And at this point, we should be able to just Giga Drain and Air Slash the Milo for like a super duper easy knockout. And considering that Pokemon is one of the only things honestly that beat my Gyarados, getting rid of it so early on would be really, really cool. So we're going to Air Slash. They might first turn Wake. Oh, they're Berry. Okay, so this is definitely not knocking out now. Not going to be knocking out, because they've got a Citrus Berry on that Milo. They do also Wake Up and not flinch again. Okay, that's kind of ridiculous. We are Serene Grace, right? Are we? I don't know. We're going to check after this, because that's so ridiculous. If I am Serene Grace, and they first turned Woke and didn't flinch either time, I'm just saying. Not like I need the flinch, but just statistically, that should be in my favor. Same as this. I'm going to switch to Gyarados, and I'm going to Air Slash Milo, and Arcanine shouldn't Wake Up, and we should either knock out Milo or flinch it. But weirder things have happened already in this battle. Oh, I also didn't check if we were Serene Grace. Small brain. How did I do that? Alright, whatever. So, like I said, we raised their competitive, which is unfortunate. Arcanine wakes up, Gyarados dodges. That one doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. 2 first turn wakes. Okay, maybe Amoongus is not as good as I thought it was. I don't know. I want to believe in Amoongus, but come on, man. You can't disappoint me that much and then expect to still be the highlight Pokemon. Sad. Sadness, sadness, and Amoongus. They go together. Well, hopefully we should still be in an okay spot. What I'm thinking is we Airstream the Milo and Rage Powder. Weird as that sounds, I'm sure you understand. I don't want to get Will-O-Wisps. I really don't. Getting Will-O-Wisp is probably the worst thing that could happen. Like, he could Heat Wave? Sure. He could Muddy Water? Sure. But I cannot afford to get Will-O-Wisp. At this point, with how unlucky we've been getting, I can't afford that. I still didn't check if we're Serene Grace. The question that will never be answered. I know what we are in the paste, or I could check what we are in the paste, but I've been known to not have the exact paste correct sometimes. So, So if they Will-O-Wisp, I feel really good about this game, and I think we're in a really good spot. If they Heat Wave, a little more sad. Things aren't exactly going my way if they Heat Wave. But Heat Waving will be weird, because I don't think that they can knock out my Amoongus this turn. Even with a Heat Wave Muddy Water, they shouldn't knock out Amoongus, so I think they'd want a Will-O-Wisp. Perfect. So they do Will-O-Wisp. Very, very nice. We do get burned, but as you know, I'm sure everyone knows, Amoongus does not care. Not at all. We hit Milo down very, very low. And this next turn, I think we're going to take our opportunity to KO a Gyarados. Okay. They tried to Hypnosis me, even though I was burned. Galaxy Brain. Okay, whatever. So we're going to max... I guess we'll max... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to max Quake Milo. And Rage Powder again. Or should I max Geyser? Maybe max Geysering is the play. I think max Geyser might be the play. Well, what do? Maybe max How about this? We're going to max Geyser Arcanine. And Spore Milo. Even though they're at such low health, I think they might recover. Hopefully Max Geyser takes them out too. I don't know. I actually have no idea. This might not knock them out. If it doesn't, we're very sad. Okay, it does get the knockout on Arcanine. So Gyarados is not a disappointment yet. Not yet, at least. So Arcanine goes down. And they do recover. Okay. So they chose not to get a strong Muddy Water or a potential Hypnosis off onto my Gyarados or my Amoongus. So we're going to be sporing Milo here. This is giving me I thought it was a good opportunity last time when they were asleep. But this is giving me a pretty good opportunity to get a double Giga Drain off, which will easily get the knockout. Now the only concerning thing is they still have a Dynamax, which it's probably going to be that Dragapult. Let's be real. So I think what we need to do is just a simple max Overgrowth into Milo and a Spore into Dragapult. Hopefully, what would be best is if they go for a max Airstream onto my Amoongus. Weirdly enough, because we are Koba Berry. So, I'm not sure what they're going to go for. It could be a Phantasm, it could be a Wormwind. If they're not Life Orb, we should live whatever they go for. But let's be honest, they're probably Life Orb. And this is a very, very unlucky game. Airstream? No way. Why do you Airstream the Amoongus? Why would you ever do that? Okay. They give us it. Do we even live it though? We're at half. We do not. Amoongus goes down. Very unfortunate. I'm assuming they're Life Orb at this point. They've got to be Life Orb. Gonna find out one moment here. They are Life Orb. Maybe Life Orb Dragapult is the sauce right now. Maybe that's the secret stuff we need a little bit more of. I've been thinking, I haven't really known what the play would be. But maybe, just maybe, Life Orb Dragapult is something I should be looking into. We haven't lost yet. We definitely haven't lost yet. But they have 2 more turns of Dynamax. Like, 2. Man, Amoongus's lifespan was cut so much shorter by the fact that my opponent just did not stay asleep. I mean, look, I wish I could be showing you a win for this battle, but you have to agree with me. Hold on. Let's check right now, while I'm remembering, on the record, what the heck is my Togekiss's ability? Because if there's Serene Grace, this is a very, very unlucky battle. Serene Grace! No flinches, double first turn wakes. This man got everything. Alright, well that's unfortunate. There was definitely nothing I could do about that then. We're going to double Clefairy here, but I'm sure a Max Wormwind is going to either knock out Gyarados, like I wouldn't even be surprised. It might just knock out Gyarados. If not, just lowering my attack to the point where I wouldn't get a knockout. If we do not get knocked out, so they're following me, that's part of the win con. The win con. Not that we have much of one right here, which is really sad. The Wormwind has to also not knock out Gyarados. Unfortunate. Don't know what to tell you guys. I tried my hardest. You can't look at that battle and tell me I had any better plays. Besides getting the flinch or having my opponent not wake up. Oh, man. This team is not it, boys. This team is definitely not it. I know there's a very real possibility that I just win the next 3 games, and by the end of next episode, I'm sitting there, and I'm telling you, this team is perfect. But, I gotta be honest, don't let me. If I'm sitting there, I'm in denial. I'm gonna be quoting a very famous streamer on this one, but look, I'm telling myself this. When you look back, and you finally get a win with this team, don't say, man, I like this team. You need to remember all the hardship you've been through, all the losses you've had. Because it's not like those don't exist, you know? The losses are a part of your team. And just because you win one battle, doesn't mean it's suddenly a good team. Given, this team did get pretty unlucky last game, I'll be honest. But, that doesn't matter. There are definitely changes that should be made. So we're facing Indeedee Heracross. This looks terrifying. Amoongus is cool, Tyranitar is cool, and then I think Excadrill is going to be my Dynamax of choice. Just because, looking at my opponent's team, they've only got so many options, and I think that Excadrill is a good late game answer to them. They have like one answer to Amoongus, which is Indeedee. And then beyond that, they don't have much. So we have 2 dark types. So we need to hope that our 2 dark types either beat the Indeedee or keep it at bay long enough for Amoongus to get like 1 spore off. Literally all we need is 1 spore. I know I said that last game, but come on. This matchup looks even easier. Last matchup, we just needed not a first turn wake and not Milo moving every time. Oh god, that was really terrible, wasn't it? The more I think about it, the worse that battle gets. Alright, so Incineroar, my favorite 2 Pokemon in the meta, into Rillaboom and Talonflame. So we do have the Koba Berry, which will make it so that we don't get knocked out by Talonflame. The only unfortunate thing is, well, both of these Pokemon learn Taunt. So I am going to U-turn, and I am going to Spore, but I could easily see a Fake Out from Rillaboom and a Taunt. And that would pretty much shut down everything we're doing, though they do Fake Out into Amoongus and Tailwind. Very questionable play. Like I said, I think their play was pretty much always to Fake Out and have Taunt. If they don't have Taunt, however, it does look like they're not in the best spot. So, Tyranitar or Excadrill? I think the answer is Tyranitar. They're at -1 on Rillaboom, so the only real threat they have to Tyranitar right now is a superpower. I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like they're not going to have it. I do have a suspicion that they're not going to have it. Could be wrong. Definitely could be wrong. But I think the best play is probably to switch Amoongus out, actually, into Incineroar and protect Tyranitar. Now, I know that seems a little weird, right? Because, like, well, I don't know. The Spore seems so free, but I don't want to take any risks. I took a single risk, and it has not paid off. Blastoise is coming in. I gave Blastoise the world. I gave this Blastoise everything. I'm literally at Blastoise's birthday party, and I have given it the best present. 2 water weeks. And I didn't even do a Rock Slide for my troubles. Maybe my play was bad. They are going to be Flare Blitzing, though. I was trying to play safe, and the offensive Blastoise team said no. Which is fair. Which is fair. I guess I should have predicted the Rillaboom to switch out in some way. Though, you know, honestly, I was thinking about it, and I thought the only way he would ever switch is with a U-turn into my Tyranitar. Or into the, at least into the Incineroar. But I was wrong. We are going to fake out. Because, like, the worst thing that happens is he Water Spouts. If he Cannonades, at least I'm going to, you know, only lose 1 Pokemon. Which, I know, I'm saying the words at least. But, like, come on. We all know. If you're going to lose 1 Pokemon or 2... Quick Guard. Oh my gosh. Alright, well... That's what he has. He doesn't have Taunt. Okay. So, can confirm, he doesn't have Taunt. His move is, however, being put to good use here to Shell Smash in my face. That's so disrespectful. Because what if I Rock Slided? Rock Slide would have done 8 million damage to the Blastoise. Well, the question is, I gotta be honest, what the heck does he do now? I think the answer is Dynamax and hit Amoongus. Let's go in on that read. I think he Dynamaxes Blastoise and doubles Amoongus. I could easily be wrong, but I think we're down so much in the game. Something needs to happen. Something needs to happen. I think while we're sitting here, I'll talk about some of the faults of the team, because some of it's pretty cool. I gotta be honest. The Amoongus Incin is cool. I think the reason the team's been falling flat is it has no follow-through. It doesn't have any easy ways to pivot. Because Incin has U-turn, but a lot of the time, the Pokemon you bring in they just don't work with the Amoongus. So I feel like if I were to rebuild this team, you know what I'd do? I'd get rid of everything. Literally every Pokemon. And I would just say Amoongus needs new partners. Because Amoongus hasn't, well, I was going to say Amoongus hasn't let me down. But, you know, my opponent's getting double first turn wakes is kind of letting me down. But that's not his fault. He's fine. He's trying his best. He eats a max Hailstorm, as I thought. Super easy read. Hail gets set up. And we are going to get a U-turn off. It's Life Orb. Was this dude watching my vids? The Life Orb Shell Smash. He knows the strategy. Anyone who watched our first, was it the first? It's been so long. Did we use Blastoise first or was it second? Well, whatever. Whoever watched the earlier variants of the YouTube videos, we actually used Life Orb Shell Smash Blastoise, which was really cool. Really, really cool. But he's taking notes. He clearly has the strategies. And I know they work. I know they're good. But we're going to bring Sand back in. Blastoise didn't take too much damage from our U-turn. But I think it should be fine. Where if we can just follow me, or not follow me. Oh, Talon's gone now. Do we hard read him again? I think we Rock Slide, go Incineroar. Are you ready for this crazy, crazy play? We're going to go Incin, because he's going to max Hailstorm again. I'm certain of it. I'm so certain of it. Because Cannonade could be redirected into my Grass type. And Tyranitar is not all that threatening. So another max Hailstorm going into Tyranitar, actually. Oh my gosh, well we do live that. Because at the time, Sand was up. It was. It's not anymore. Gonna take some more chip and Flare Blitz into my Incineroar. Wow, I think my opponent just threw. I think my opponent needed to have Tailwind, and they decided that a Flare Blitz was more valuable than a Tailwind. And I think that should seal the game up for my Excadrill. Maybe, just maybe. I'm not sure. So everyone's taking some hail and some grassy terrain. Taking a quick sip. Everyone's taking some hail. Everyone's healing some grassy terrain. Finally, it's over. I was giving a short intermission there. So I think they're gonna go Rillaboom. They probably go Rillaboom. They don't. They go Clefairy. Well, I'm gonna switch out to Amoongus here and U-turn, because my opponent can only target one. And if they choose to target my Incineroar, well, that's fine. Amoongus comes in for free, and then we get to keep a Pokemon. If they target my Amoongus, Amoongus might get knocked out, but I do believe it would live a Cannonade. So, either way, if they target Amoongus, cool, we keep all our Pokemon. If they target Incin, Incin is not as valuable as Tyranitar was. So, we do lose a Pokemon, but... And weirdly, I do say this, it was probably in the best way possible, I gotta be honest. So they've got Clefairy Blastoise. What is the way around this? I think we go Tyranitar, right? I know I wanted to go Exca, but I think if we go Tyranitar and we Spore Rock Slide, we should win. The only reason I didn't go Excadrill is because, honestly, even with the -1 defense, I didn't see a Rock Slide or Earthquake knocking out the Blastoise. Mostly because A, I don't trust Rock Slide to hit, and B, I thought they might switch in Rillaboom, which for those who don't know, grassy terrain does, or it makes your Earthquakes do half damage. So I didn't think I could safely... What is happening? Is this like a blizzard? No! No! Double hitting Blizzard and Sand. No, that's fine. That's cool. I didn't want those Pokemon anyways. We're still gonna win this battle. We are. Oh, we don't have Earthquake anyways. We're gonna hit the Rock Slides. I thought we had Earthquake. I was mistaken. We're gonna connect our Rock Slides and it'll be fine. Well, it's been fun. It's been real, but it hasn't been real fun. I gotta be honest. That's Pokemon for you. I think we still won that game. The worst part of it all. I think if we hit that Rock Slide, we just win anyways. Despite everything leading up to that point, we still won. But Pokemon said no. This team is gonna go 0-6. We're gonna lose every single game on the channel. You will have nothing. You will not prevail. Oh my gosh. So that's unfortunate. I don't know if that was at least fun to watch. I mean, it seems like something that would be pretty funny to watch as it happens. It's like a train wreck, you know, they say it's beautifully disgusting. You just can't stop watching for some reason. Hope that's the case. Yeah. So, I'm at a loss for words. Pokemon, everybody! Follow my socials. Keep watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, because this is what happens every single day on the channel. Will we win a team? No way to know unless you come back next day. Tomorrow's the word for next day. Anyways, that's it for today. Hopefully win some games tomorrow. Please win some games tomorrow. See you next time.